C for channel / Celtic Rain. We go live. Now it's recorded live, so you guys can come on and watch live, but if you can't get it live, totally understand. You can actually go on to that same YouTube channel, youtube.com /C / Celtic Rain. And then you can go to playlists and you can get all of the past shows. There's like one that didn't go through because of some situation. I don't know. I was just like, okay. I tried it like 4 times. Finally, I just put up the interview itself, and so that at least the artist could be seen and could be heard from. So that, because that's understandable. And it needs to be happening. So sometimes there's like a song that gets through that that I don't realize is not an original, and so therefore it's like a cover that doesn't have like public domain, and so therefore I don't have permission to play it because it's somebody else's song. There you go. So I would say this: if you are an artist of small label or independent artist and you want to get your stuff played on this show, all you have to do is go to send your music in MP3 form. Now, if you send me a YouTube link, I'm going to say, thank you, that's beautiful, but I can't play that. So, YouTube links do not work. MP3, please. Send it straight to celticrain777@gmail.com. That's who you send it to for the Celtic Rain radio show. That's how you get your stuff into the show. Okay? Send that. That gives me permission to play your original music. All right. If it is a cover, it needs to be something that's public domain that I'm not going to get in trouble for playing. All right. Just putting that out there. But we have some amazing music today. We also have an amazing artist called Darwin Prophet. I always want to say Darwin's, but it's not. It's Darwin Prophet. Anyways, and so she's got the most amazing. She's like, I want to be her when I grow up. That's just what I gotta say. I want to be her when I grow up. It's just what it is. So I'm gonna say this: the songs that we're gonna hear first, though, are really, really awesome. We've got "Spiders" by Quincy Farrell. It's kind of a rock tune. Then we've got "Ecos de Voices Lejanas" by Victor Sierra, and then it's kind of an industrial steampunk, but it's either Spanish or Portuguese, and I'm trying to figure that thing out, so you guys can help me figure it out if it's Spanish or if it's Portuguese. Help me figure that stuff out. And then we have "Smaller Than Death" by Gravehuffer. It's a thrash metal tune, but we had Gravehuffer on. Remember, their songs are just so amazing words wise. So I would say that. I would say make sure you hear this beautiful music. Thank you guys for sending me your stuff. I'm telling you, some of the stuff that you send is just ridiculous, awesome. I can't believe sometimes how awesome the music is that's sent to me, and I thank God every day that you guys send me your music. So, here we go, guys. You ready? Here we go.
Stand still. Dead shadows roam these empty roads. They keep the past and they salt the wounds. I just can't take it. I don't wanna face it, so I lock the doors. So I stand like a statue, waiting for a break in the silence. From a whisper, the ground begins to quake. The earth begins to open. Each side from the middle, we go our separate ways and leave spiders in the windowsill. We my loyalty. So I stand like a statue, waiting for a break in the silence. From a whisper, the ground begins to quake. The earth begins to open inside. From the middle, we go our separate ways, and we spiders in the windowsill. And spiders in the windowsill, a broken spirit, a shattered will. I can't deny it, I wish I could fight it, but I just can't move. So I stand like a statue, waiting for a break in the silence. From a whisper, the ground begins to quake. The earth begins to open inside. From the middle, we go our separate ways, and we spiders, and we stand like a statue, waiting for a break in the silence. From a whisper, the ground begins to quake. The earth begins to open inside. From the middle, we go our separate ways, and we spiders in the windowsill.
Las informaciones que mandó el equipo de la expedición al centro de la Tierra se vieron difundidas en el mundo entero. Fue una misión especial, empezó en Islandia, en un volcán del cual no habla nunca. Encontraron algo extraordinario, una pesadilla que no se deja olvidar, porque despertaron el pasado en su antro. Se trata de misterios que asustan los ministerios del imperio, donde jamás se pone el sol. Olvidaron sus discordias y sus controversias cuando se oyó ecos de voces lejanas. El servicio secreto provocó el desastre. Tuvieron problemas con las bestias con alas, pues llamaron a la joven para resolverlo. Y una pasca de genios buscaron soluciones para contentar a los políticos. Suben en los aires a bordo del Dédalo, rotan las élites en un ruido infernal, son conquistados desde la era industrial. Entre guerra y paz, con poderosos artefactos, en la noche son héroes desconocidos. Olvidaron sus discordias y sus controversias cuando se oyó ecos de voces lejanas. Olvidaron sus discordias y sus controversias cuando se oyó ecos locos cazando los dragones. Nadie lo creyó, nadie se lo recordará, pero ocurrió en tiempos de locura. Son casos extraños, con seres olvidados en la sombra delante de tus ojos. Olvidaron sus discordias y sus controversias cuando se oyó ecos de voces
That's great, Heifer, man. They're actually, if you listen to the words, which if you sometimes just have to look up the words. I'm just gonna say, but that one was all about Andre the Giant. it's it's actually really funny. I'm just putting. It's actually really funny, but you really sometimes just have to look up the words because there's no way. But still, if you just need to like get aggression out, listen to Grave Heifer. Just say it. Sometimes, right? Just sometimes. But I have to say, we are bringing on an amazing, amazing person. Let me just move this out of the way. Bring on an amazing person. And the group's called Darwin's Prophets. I'm going to bring her on. Hey, how you doing? Uh-oh, I just muted you. I unmuted and muted you again. The technology. It's a beautiful thing.
I'm here.
Yay, you're here. It makes me so happy. I'm so glad you're here. So glad. So Darwin's Prophet, that's an awesome name. Is that the name of the group? Is that your name? Tell me more.
Well, it's kind of all of the above. It's my alien name. It's the evolution of my own future.
You're gonna have to tell me.
Yes, I am the evolution of my own future, and that's why I'm the Darwin Prophet. Because I see where I'm going most of the time. How's that? Yeah, I come from the galaxy Solfege, the third planet, the planet me. Yeah,
the planet you. That's wonderful.
Well, planet
I need my own planet.
Planet me, planet Fa, planet Sol.
Oh,
planet,
now I'm understanding everything.
I'm from the
that is totally
the galaxy Solfege.
The galaxy Solfege. Oh my gosh, that took me a minute, and it shouldn't have. Just saying. For someone who has an actual degree in music, that should just click. Like
you had to go back to choir.
Lord. I know. Jeez, right? Good Lord. That is pretty funny, though. That's pretty cute. I like that a lot. That's pretty awesome. So, what kind of music does Darwin's Prophet do? What do you make? What kind of music? Tell me about your music.
Well, it is a combination of many things. For me, my Bible of music are the Beatles, David Bowie, and Kate Bush. So I'm a 3B girl, and that's where my Bible comes from. So you can tell there's definitely a British influence, but
a little bit,
just a little. Just a wee. But in all honesty, it's just a culmination of all the places I've been, and realized that when I had to quit believing in linear time because it didn't make sense to me anymore, I had to create a place where I was from, and that's the Isle of Bliss or Planet Me.
Nice.
And that's where I need to be from so that I can navigate how this world works. Because I think there's more. And I think that just like in Galaxy Quest, if we can believe it, it can be.
Oh my gosh. So a friend of mine, literally, if he's watching, he literally just put up, "This is the best Star Trek movie ever." And I was like, you are so freaking hilarious. And it was a picture of the Galaxy Quest cast. Of course he was joking, but I was like, I love this movie.
I've heard Sir Patrick say the same thing.
I know. I love when they do spoofs on Star Trek, just because it's amazing. Because, who didn't? I mean, I grew up with Star Trek. It's in my blood. So,
Well, of course, I did too. And you think of something that was supposed to be considered, I mean, if it hadn't been for Lucille Ball, Redheads Unite. If it had not been for Lucille Ball, it would never have happened, because she's the one that fought for it at Desilu.
Really?
And then beyond that, if it hadn't been for Captain Roddenberry, who was a Pan Am captain and saved a lot of people in a horrible crash and knew what these things were all about, and he was actually a Pan American captain. So he came from a place of understanding where that was, and created a place where we would all like to be. Then it was only 3 years that it was on, but it was and it was canceled.
Yeah.
and then all of a
That's
sudden
hilarious
it
to
has
me.
become one of the
It's a
greatest things that's ever
it
come from
is.
our
It's just
multi-consciousness, and
yes.
created decades and decades of wonderful art that's just constantly rejuvenating and um, you know, not just reinventing itself. And
Definitely.
so, if you want to think about being canceled after 3 years and then all of a sudden you live on for 30 more, 40 more, 50 more, that's okay.
Yeah. Hey,
you know,
that's exactly right. And so all you Firefly people out there, this needs to happen with Firefly too. Just put that one out there.
hang in
Just
there.
I'm having a little having a little geek moment here. All right,
Let's be
so how
bad
long
guys.
I know, right? So how long has Darwin Prophet been around playing music?
Darwin was created in 2010.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she was created on the 47th anniversary of, or 2000. Trying to remember. I don't, like I said, linear time makes no
So like
sense to
one
me.
of the
She was
anniversaries.
created at the time at which my original host body had outlived my greatest love, who was Oscar Wilde. And and so at that point, I changed into someone more so that I could stay here. Otherwise, there
Nice.
was really not much point. It didn't feel like there was much point anymore. So instead of leaving, I just became somebody else.
That's right. Sometimes you just have to
And a little
morph
bit of who I
into
was too.
the next person that you need to be. I know in life
Well,
sometimes we
Joseph
change every
Campbell
day,
always
right?
said, Joseph Campbell talked about places and many different places in the world where once you've reached a certain elevation of your progression, you are allowed to take on a new name, whether and that means you're now a professor, or you're now a doctor, or you're now a prophet, or you're now a Darwin, or you're now
Yeah.
a Kaylee. You are what you are next. I mean,
Yes.
I've known many people who have changed their names, and it just helps them get to the next space, the next step.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we're about to hear a song that makes me happy because it's called The Girl Who Waited for the Doctor Who. And I am a huge, like, ridiculous Doctor Who fan. My first doctor was the doctor who had the scarf, the whole, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, when I was like,
Yeah, I'm a four
I think
too.
I was like
I'm Tom Baker too.
10. Yeah, Tom Baker. When I was 10, I watched Doctor Who at midnight on Saturday nights. My mom's like, I said, can I stay up and watch? And she's like, fine, just be quiet. So I would like literally watch Doctor Who at midnight on Saturday night and then get up in the morning and go to church. And it was like my little secret, like my little, like the thing that it was wonderful. It was like
Your world.
my little secret, to the point where I fell in love. And then when it was all recreated, back, and I actually have a Doctor Who, you can't see it, Doctor Who tattoo and everything. So my house is filled with Doctor Who. So when I heard this song, I was like, hey, oh my gosh, this one's for me. Whether you know it or not, you wrote this for me. And so,
Yes, it is for
tell
you.
us, tell us about this song.
Well, first, I was also brought into the Who universe by my grandmother. We had Sunday nights. We were in Houston, and it was Dallas that started Monty Python, and I was a Python kid. I was right when it came to America. I was in. So Python was on first. Doctor Who was after, or Doctor Who was first, Python, and then Benny Hill. My grandfather liked Benny Hill, my grandmother liked Doctor Who, and I was Python. So the three of us shared
Nice.
an hour and a half on PBS together. And so we got into all three of those and had to share each other's. Of course, they shook their heads at Monty Python quite a bit. But by the time we got through the third Doctor into the fourth Doctor, then I fell in love with Tom Baker.
Yes.
And so when I was doing a lot of steampunk and science fiction conventions, there was a place called Who Fest in Dallas, in North Texas. And
Nice.
I got in on the first one. They said, please come play. My band, the Cronus Mirror, and I came in and played. And I realized that I had a whole lot of science fiction songs, but not a lot of Doctor Who specific songs. Because I was an
Nice.
alien already, I had plenty of science fiction. That's not a problem. But
Right.
so I did something that I would suggest to all writers. I picked an episode, downloaded the script, and decided to write a song about the script.
Oh, nice.
And I actually wrote the verses and the chorus before I saw the episode. Then I saw the episode and saw the entire series of that particular series with Matt and Amy and Rory.
Yep.
And then that's how the tag with "I'm the girl who waited with the last centurion," my Melody to River song, "I'm right where I belong, by your side when things go wrong, you can always call me, come along pond." That whole tag bit came after the song had begun to be written, before I even fell in love with Rory and Amy. I got it from the words of the writer. And so that's how that song was created. I started with a script and thought, just words, tell me just through your words what this means. And so, and it got stuck after, and so then I had to watch the entire series, and I did watch that entire series and of 10, and then came back and finished the song. So
Nice.
it is because I really love the episode. I really love the idea of Amy being herself young and herself older and having been taken away from everything she loved.
Yeah.
And aging in this solitude and the strength that she gathers in that. And at the same time, that beautiful face. That face is beautiful. That's what held her through, the beautiful face. And the beautiful face was Rory. And it showed to me her love for him more than any other episode.
That is beautiful. Actually, me and my husband have this thing when we just want to show love to each other. I call him Stupid Face, so he's my stupid face. I'm like, I love you, stupid face. Which is exactly, which is, if anyone knows, that's what Amy calls Rory, Stupid Face. And so I love you, stupid face. So Samuel.
Beautiful.
That's right. So I love you, stupid face, Samuel. I love you. So it really touched my heart.
It's for you, dude.
Really. That's right. It's for you, babe.
Thank you.
My stupid face. So, we're going to play that, and you're going to dance with us a little bit, and then we're going to hear from you more. It's going to be awesome. So, yay. Here we go with the music. All right, guys. Here we go. So, babe. Stupid face, this is for you. This is the Girl Who Waited for the Doctor Who by Darwin Prophet. And then we have Volse. I'm never gonna say these words right. Just gonna say that out loud. Volse Desobli. Hey, I didn't do that one too bad. Thank you. By Merritt. And Merritt, I've got them. I'm almost like, okay, we're pinning down a date where I'm gonna actually interview them, and then it'll be in something pre-recorded because they're not here, obviously. So that's awesome. And then we're gonna hear Before Today. Before Today is a song that I wrote a long time ago for a actually wrote it for a memorial service, and it's about remembering the people who have gone before us. And so it's a little bit sad, but it is beautiful, and I hope you enjoy all of it. So, you guys ready for the gorgeous music? Here we go.
You come back to me, you promised, and I believe that you would do anything. Be honest when you talk about us. I'm caught between two hearts, and one has made me tough enough to hate as much as I've been loved. For the Lord of time and space, Savior of the human race, who left me in this place. Some things time cannot erase.
They're showing us the way to be, living their lives, lifting Him on high. Their life is everlasting. Their faith is for today. Memories live on. The words and stories of our song. Never forget them now. Let them always show us how to know the way. Always showing us the way. Memories of everyone for today. Their life is everlasting. Their faith is for today. Their memories live on. The words and stories of our song. Never forget them now. Let them always show us how to know the way. Always showing us the way. Memories of everyone for today. Never forget them now. Let them always show us how to know the way. Always showing us the way. The memories of everyone for today. So that was just me and a guitar, and one day I might reproduce that just a little bit more, but I don't know. I have to see. I don't know. But we have some amazing music coming up next, actually. We have, Doug Fox. We're going to hear from Doug Fox this month, actually. But Doug Fox did a whole series on the seals. The first seal, we're going to hear the first seal by Doug Fox. It's kind of a rock instrumental. And then we're going to hear Sylvest by Laughing Jack. It's a Celtic drinking song. And then we're going to hear God Will Be There by Jesse Kane. And so some really, really great stuff that we're going to hear. By the way, thanks, Quincy. Thank you. He said it was a very nice song. That's really awesome. And so I do hope that if you guys are enjoying this, please like the channel on YouTube. Make sure you hit the little bell so that you get some notices saying, "Hey, the show is about to start." That way you can know exactly when to come on and watch the show. But please share and like the show. It's going to be really awesome. And then after those 3 songs, we're going to hear from Darwin Pofford again. So she's really an amazing person, right? I'm so excited to have her here, but I cannot wait for you to hear this beautiful music that's coming up right now. And so here we go.
And I saw when the Lamb broke one of the 7 seals, and I heard one of the 4 living creatures saying with a voice of thunder, "Come." And I looked, and behold, a white horse, and he who sat on it had a bow, and a crown was given to him. And he went out conquering and to conquer.
Have you heard about the big strong man? He lived in a caravan. Have you heard about the Jeffries Johnson fight? Oh, what a hell of a fight. But you can take every heavyweight you got. We got a lad who can beat the whole lot. He used to ring the bells in the belfry. Now he's gonna fight Jack Dempsey. He's my brother, Sylvester.
What's he got?
Got a row of 40 medals on his chest.
Big chest.
He killed 50 bad men in the West. He knows no rest. You know what I think? We should go through this chorus together so you can sing it with us. So the chorus is, he's my brother Sylvester.
What's he got?
You saying, what's he got? He's got a row of 40 medals on his chest.
Big chest.
He killed 50 bad men in the West. He knows no rest. He's got an arm like a leg. Lady's leg. He's got a punch that'll sink a battleship.
Big ship.
It takes all of the Army and the Navy to pump the wind up. Sylvester.
You left out the other Sylvester.
So it's, he's my brother Sylvester. What's he got? Got a row of 40 medals on his chest. Big chest. He killed 50 bad men in the West. He knows no rest. He's got an arm like a leg.
Lady's leg.
Got a punch that'll sink a battleship. Big ship. It takes all of the Army and the Navy to pump the wind up. Sylvester, you've got it. Chorus number one. He thought he'd take a trip to old Japan. They rolled out a big brass band. He played every instrument they got. Like a lad, sure he beat the whole lot. And the church bells will ring, and the church choir will sing. They'll all come out to bid farewell to my big brother Sylvester. He's my brother, Sylvester. What's he got? Got a row of 40 medals on his chest. Big chest. He killed 50 bad men in the West. He knows no rest. Think of the man, hell's fire. Don't push, just shove. Plenty of room for you and me. He's got an arm like a leg. Lady's leg. Got a punch that'll sink a battleship. Big ship. It takes all of the Army and the Navy to pump the wind up Sylvester. He thought he'd take a trip to Italy. He thought he'd take the trip by sea. He jumped off the harbor in New York. He swam like a man made of cork. He saw the Lusitania in distress. He saw the Lusitania on his chest. He drank all the water in the sea, and he walked all the way to Italy. He's my brother, Sylvester. What's he got? Got a row of 40 medals on his chest. Big chest. He killed 50 bad men in the West. He knows no rest. Think of the man, hell's fire. Don't push, just shove. Plenty of room for you and me. He's got an arm like a leg. Got a punch that'll sink a battleship. Big ship. Takes all of the Army and the Navy to pump the wind up Sylvester. He's my brother, Sylvester. What's he got? Got a row of 40 medals on his chest. Big chest. He killed 50 bad men in the West. He knows no rest. Think of the man, hell's fire. Don't push, just shove. Plenty of room for you and me. He's got an arm like a leg. Got a punch that'll sink a battleship. Big ship. He takes all of the Army and the Navy to pump the wind up Sylvester. It takes all of the Army and the Navy to pump the wind up Sylvester. It takes all of the Army and the Navy to pump the wind up Sylvester. Thank you.
When you find yourself in troubled waters, when you're crossing uncharted seas, when the storm rages all around you, and your soul is drifting helplessly, and the cold wind blows and your tears they flow like the pouring rain. Reach out your hand while you still can, call upon his mighty name. God will be there right on time. God will be there right on time. Call on Jesus, he's on the main line. Yeah. God will be there. He's shown up right on time. When the night falls and shadows find you in the valley of broken dreams, when trouble wraps its cold arms around you, and sorrow is your guide, so it seems, and the cold wind blows and your tears they flow like the pouring got to reach out your hand, well, you know you still can, and call upon his mighty name. God will be there, right on time. God will be there, right on time. Call on Jesus, he's on the main line. God will be there. Well, he's right on time. God will be there, right on time. God will be there, right on time. Call on Jesus, he's your lifeline. God will be there, right on time. God will be there. You know he's right on time. God will be there. Yes, he will. Right on time. You got to call on Jesus, 'cause he's on the main line. God will be there. Well, he's right on time. God will be there, right on time.
Well, I grew up in the South, so sometimes there's nothing like a good Southern gospel song. Just saying. That's for all of you beautiful people out there who like Southern gospel music. So I told you I play everything. I do. Here's my requirements. Really, this is literally it. You ready? Small label, independent artist. Most of the time I would like it to be your own songs. If not, needs to be something that I'm not going to get in trouble for playing. Okay, just saying. And it has to be family friendly. Meaning, don't be mean. Don't be stupid. I'm just gonna put there's a lot of stuff you can say without being mean, right? I'm just saying a lot of stuff. So I'm really excited though because we are bringing Darwin Prophet back on. Hello, my beautiful lady. How are you?
Hello.
Thank you for dancing with us.
I'm with you on the family thing.
Yes, because I'm
with you
like,
on the,
it's just
well,
not worth
let's see, I've been in rock and roll most of my life. I was in heavy metal bands. I was doing construction for a day job for many years. So you can imagine what my language was like.
Right.
And then I switched over to teaching and dealing with kids and dealing with like littlies and middles and all the above. And I thought, my mom's voice kept coming into my head saying, an expletive has its point when you stub your toe. But otherwise, it simply shows a lack of vocabulary.
Exactly. Now,
There's
I'm not
simply
going to say
other ways
I don't
to
curse.
put it. A smarter way to put this.
Yes, but
So.
there are things like, for instance, don't be mean. Let's not make fun of people groups. Let's not make fun of religions. Let's not, I think within my life, I'm like,
imagine making fun
let's
of
love people more.
There's not enough time. There's only
No.
enough time to be good. There's only enough time to be good and happy.
Exactly. So besides
And,
music, what do you do?
Yeah.
So obviously you've worked construction, you've taught. What do you do now besides music?
Right now I'm caretaking for my mother. I'm an only child, and she has a 5-acre farm with 2 horses and critters, and she has pancreatic cancer.
And that's
and
hard.
therefore There's no one else to take care of anything
Yeah.
but me. So I packed up my life and put it in storage and came here, where she is in Kentucky.
Understandable.
And so I'm on planet Kentucky right now.
Planet
And
Kentucky.
that's what you do.
That's
So
awesome.
it's, family is family. That's what you do.
That's right. What kind of critters? I know you have
I have
horses.
a
You said that.
thoroughbred, yeah, a
Wow.
thoroughbred thoroughbred gelding. He was actually a racehorse, and then
Wow.
his companion, who is a quarter horse mare. They're 27 and 29 respectively. Um,
Wow.
and then a dog that was a German Shepherd, but they ran out of parts, so she's corgi height, but she looks like a shepherd.
That's funny.
And a cat that lives inside, and then several that live outside.
Oh, nice, nice. So how long do
Yeah,
horses normally
Bengal,
live?
Russian blue. The most expensive barn cats in the world. There's a Bengal and a Russian blue that live
Good Lord.
outside. I know. What you gonna
That's
do?
awesome.
People in New
Yeah.
York would shoot me for having them outside. But yeah,
Like,
they're barn
why?
cats.
Nice.
What you gonna do?
Hey,
Um,
on a farm,
yeah,
cats earn their keep. I mean, that's what they do. They just
cats are
do.
cats. That's
That's
right. They
cats are
do.
cats.
They
That's
do.
right. And
They
we had
chase away the
my
possums right now.
that's right. My father and mother-in-law had these Scottish fold cats that did not earn their keep. They just sat around and did pretty much nothing all day. And my cats are hunters. They'll bring you things, like half of things. Usually, there's not a whole thing. There's usually a half of something. They'll leave it right where you'll step on it, of course. And yeah, so I'm like, they're earning their keep, though. Hey, I'm just saying, they're earning their keep. They're in my house and they're mousing. I have zero problem with this.
Yeah.
It's really kind of funny. Yeah,
As
because,
long as they keep me company, I'm happy.
exactly. No, I love. We have a dog and 3 cats, and yes, so it's quite a little zoo over here as well. So I understand completely. But how long
It's
do
kind of one of those
horses
things
normally
where, like,
live?
wait, did I have a moment for myself? No, you need
No.
food. Oh, fine.
Yes.
Okay, that
Yeah.
it's your turn.
It's your turn. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's awesome. So when you write your music, is it just you that's writing and then you go with your band, or how does your writing process work?
Um, it's me. If I get the opportunity to share it with others, then
Mhm.
when I had a band before pre-COVID, um, I had the Cronus Mirror, and I had Lewis Case on violin and other instruments, and Crystal Morrow, who was also an incredible doppelganger vocal. She is an alto who would just sing with me in perfect spots. And if you look at the
Yeah.
Don't Panic video that we did together with Tim Stevens, who's an amazing uh, filmmaker who is now on his a second feature film, um,
Nice.
we did Don't Panic, which really showed what the band could do. And Lewis was, they're still my family. When life
Yeah.
happens again, we'll be a band again. And then
That's
you'll get
right.
to hear me and
Exactly.
my doppelganger sing in tandem instead of just me.
Nice.
But as far as writing is concerned, I write the songs and then they flesh out with other people,
Nice.
producers, or if, but for the last several records, I've been the producer and the person playing all the instruments.
So you play.
So
How many
just
instruments do you play?
I play guitars first, piano second, bass third. So piano encompasses keyboards and all that,
Yep.
blah blah blah. Then a little bit of mandolin, and I play ukulele. So
Nice.
five-ish.
And I
I
did
wish
see
I
a
could.
Celtic drum. I
Oh,
did
oh
see a
yeah, I
Celtic
play
drum.
around, but
Yeah. But that's what I
fool
play in our
around
band.
with boron. I play with boron. I play with boron if it's a circle. If it's a circle and
Ah,
everybody's okay with the fact that I'm not the greatest boron player, then yeah, I'd play boron.
that's
But
awesome.
most of
No,
the
I
drums happen
I
like
understand.
this.
I play the drums and sing in our band, so I understand completely. Yeah. So that's really awesome. Well, we're about to hear a
Like
song.
Andy Sturmer and Jellyfish. Do you
Yeah,
stand up and play?
I
Do you
do. I
stand up
stand up
and
and play.
play?
And I play. I actually
Wow.
play a bow drum, and I put a luggage strap on it, so it actually hangs on me. And then I play a tom drum at the same time, so I play two drums at the same time. So it's an
That is so
interesting,
cool.
fun thing to watch because I look like a one
Are,
man
are
band.
you are you a Jellyfish fan?
A jellyfish fan? No, I'll have to. You'll have to introduce me to
Okay.
jellyfish. I've
You
not
have
heard
to
jellyfish.
just check out live Jellyfish Ghost at #1. It'll give you everything you need to know.
I
It was
definitely
a
will.
90s band, prog pop, about the time that my band Velvet Hammer and King's X and my group of people that were happening
Oh yeah.
almost made it like to the top of the top, and then grunge came and squashed us all.
Yes. Now I know King's X. That one I know. That one I know.
Okay.
So,
Well,
but yeah, that's
we were
awesome.
the children of, there was a band called Galactic Cowboys. My band was Velvet Hammer.
Nice.
And that was the Houston sound. King's X was the top of our pyramid. We were the bottom of the pyramid.
Got it.
We were all signed, but King's X was the one that was leading the pack.
Yeah.
In LA, Toy Matinee with Kevin Gilbert and Jellyfish were the leaders of the same sound in LA at the time. And Jellyfish
nice.
is worth knowing to everybody out there, period. Only 2 records
Nice.
on Charisma. Just listen, please, because
Nice.
you deserve it.
Nice.
So, yeah, stand-up drummer, lead singer, fantastic. Just like with Crowded House, the drummer stood up and played.
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Crowded House too.
Well, we're going to
I'm
listen
crazy
to
for
a
that.
song next called Encore.
Sorry.
Can you tell us about Encore? So tell us about
Yes,
Encore.
I wrote this song. I wrote this song for my father on the first Father's Day after he had passed. He was a grand opera singer named J.B. Davis. He was well known in American opera world. If you get a chance to go to the Darwin Prophet website, there's a video so you can see his face while I sing instead
Awesome.
of just listening to me. But it's for my dad, and it's for any great artist who is gone and you'd like to have
Nice.
more of. So
Amen.
for all of you who would like to have a little more of Alan Rickman, it's for you. For
you
anybody who'd like to have a little more of Laurence Olivier, it's for you. But for me,
There
it's
you
for
go.
my dad.
That's beautiful. That's very beautiful. Well, we're going to listen to that, and then we'll talk to you, and you'll dance a little bit with us, and we'll have a lot of more fun. Okay? Okay. Sounds great. All right, guys. You know, sometimes there's those songs, right, that hit your heart. And this is probably one of those. It's going to be really fun. And so it's called Encore by Darwin's Prophet. Then we have Coming Through the Rye and Roy's Wife. It's kind of a mix that our band did at a live show that Celtic Rain did. So that's my band. That's my band. And then we have, what am I doing? If Do Were Faye by Bradford Ray Bailey. He's kind of a jazz guitarist and jazz band situation. So I'm really excited for you to hear this amazing music. You guys ready? Let's do it.
of the show. Even when the part was small, he sang with all his heart and left you wanting more. I can hear Old Man River roaring on the rocks. A rusty nail where hangs the tail of crocodiles and cuckoo clocks. Cabbages and kings, curious things that made me dream and left me wanting more, crying out encore. Wherever did he go? Does he know the show isn't over? She says she only misses him when she's breathing. Without his laughter, there's more room between her and the ceiling. Even when it's crashing down, the walls echo the sound of him, leave her wanting more, crying out encore. Wherever did he go? Does he know the show isn't over? Does he know how much he was loved? Can he hear applause up above? Walking the floor, dimming the lights. There's an empty chair on opening night. Encore, we need a little more before we walk through that door.
Show off our wonderful violin player over here, Miss Leslie. Bradford is so cool. Remember we had him on the other day, and he's just like real laid back and cool and just an awesome guy. You want to hear something really interesting? Actually, we realized during that show that we went to the same high school at the same time. Yep. He was a senior and I was a freshman. And he went to the Fine Arts Center when I was there too. So really crazy stuff, like ridiculous crazy. Really crazy. Just saying. Because it was like one of those things I was like, what in the... Really? We got off the phone and we got off the interview and we realized not only did we go to the Fine Arts Center at the same time in Greenville, South Carolina, but we also went to the same high school. Because you went half the day to regular high school and the other half to like Fine Arts Center stuff to make you better at music and things. And yeah, but he was a guitarist, so they stuck them in a little room. Like a whole nother building. Because their amps are so freaking loud. And that's why I never knew him. Because he's a cool guy. I'm like, dude, that's amazing. So yeah, just saying, small world. But hey, you know it's another small world? That we have Darwin Prophet back on. So hey, how are you?
Hey. Doing fine.
Doing fine.
Happy to be here.
Awesome. So I have a question for you. What's next? So I know right now you're taking care of your mom, which is a beautiful thing. But are you writing music? What are you doing right now?
Well, actually, she wrote the book, and I wrote the lyrics and music to a musical called Shell about World War One,
wow.
based on biographies and true stories of the time. That is actually finished, and
Wow.
hoping that somebody will put it on. And as I try to navigate what's going on, I will try to make more of that available for people. But there is a little
Yeah.
bit of that available on Darwin Prophet in as far
that's
as
awesome.
YouTube is concerned. But
Yeah.
it's an entire musical. The whole thing is written. It's right here. I can show you. Dun, 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 dun.
Wow, that's awesome. That is
Right
really
there.
amazing. That's
So-
really awesome.
And it's called Shell. Yeah, and she did a beautiful job with it,
He's gonna
and
knock me
hopefully
off
that
the
will be the
internet.
legacy that is happening for her and for
That's
me
beautiful.
as well. Now that that is finished, I am actually working on a second thing that is kind of fits with what we're talking here. The next song we were talking about, I did a record called Oscar Wilde's Serenade, which was a musical transcription of 12 of his poems from 1881 and
Beautiful.
one of his fairy tales that he wrote for his sons. He wrote several fairy tales, but one in particular called Nightingale and the Rose was the first collaboration I did with him. And then I did an
beautiful.
entire record of called Oscar Wilde's Serenade, with Oscar doing all of the lyrics. The particular song Nightingale and the Rose is a paraphrasing, because trying to get an entire, fairy tale into a song, 3 minutes, you have to give it a little bit of an edit. But I'm also working right now on a musical idea of turning Oscar Wilde's Serenade into something a little bigger that encompasses some of the other characters that live in Père Lachaise in Purgatory or Purgatoire that are in Père Lachaise with him.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm working on now. And
That's
so
beautiful.
on top of whatever I can do recording wise here in this place and now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there will always be songs.
Always.
There have been songs, and luckily I also have some incredibly talented musician students that I
That's
write
wonderful.
with
That's
that are
awesome.
also making records.
That's
So
absolutely beautiful.
I have at least 3 that are working on releases right now. So
Oh, wow. That's wonderful.
yeah.
That's wonderful. So, where do we find your stuff at if we want to look you up?
Um, first would be darwinprophet.com, darwinprophet.com, COM. So prophet, like, yeah, like seeing the future.
Yep.
Darwin, as in Charles.
Got it.
And you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on YouTube. Most of the songs that are more fun to listen to in SoundCloud, a
Yeah.
whole bunch of stuff on SoundCloud to download for fun. I keep
That's
everything
wonderful.
open to download there. I
Yeah.
do. There is a new thing called We Get Music. I have not joined up with most of the streaming services because of the lack of financial support that they
Hmm.
offer.
Yeah.
And so there is a new group called WeGetMusic.com that is about to launch that I'm a part of. And I
Oh,
think there will
nice.
be a lot of people a part of it. So
Oh, nice.
just letting you know it exists. It's still in beta testing,
Yep.
and that's where I'm at.
That's
That's why you
wonderful.
don't see me on Pandora. I'm trying to do something for my friends.
There you go. Well, we are going to
But
actually listen to
SoundCloud's
one
there,
of those
so
poems.
just enjoy off SoundCloud for now
Yeah.
and YouTube.
We are going to actually listen to one of those poems that you were talking about. It's a song called "The Nightingale and the Rose." Tell us a little bit about that one.
Nightingale and the Rose is a one of Oscar Wilde's fairy tales that he wrote for his children. It's a beautiful story, and I wrote it from basically the point of view of the nightingale.
Mm.
And it's will always be one of my favorite songs
Nice.
that I've ever written, because it was the one that introduced me to my connection with my greatest love, which is Oscar Wilde.
Nice. Well, we're going to listen to that, and then you'll dance a little bit
And
with us, and then we'll get to say goodbye. Not forever,
all right,
but just for tonight.
just for now.
So, for now, yes. So, guys, yes, we're going to listen to "The Nightingale and the Rose" by Darwin Prophet. And then we're going to listen to Mambi Taxi, Para Baila El Motuno. It's Philadelphia Phil. He actually was with he used to tour with a Latin jazz group, so this is kind of theirs. And then we're going to listen to "Star" by Hertzfall UK. It's kind of an electronic rock tune. And then we're going to listen to "Shadows" by Andrew Davis. It's an electronic psychedelic tone poem. We got to know Andrew Davis last week, remember that. So I cannot wait for you to hear this amazing music. And so, you guys ready? Here we go.
She said that she would dance with me if I brought her a scarlet rose. The nightingale listened as he wept for the only love he had known. She sings of him every night. For all a rose Red is the foam of the sea, white is the rose of this tree. All I want is one to give to my love. Only a red rose would do. Can I get one from you? Nightingale found a rose of gold, and she offered his sweetest song if he'd tell her where the red one grows. And he started to sing along, my brother's rose is red. But winter left him for dead. You can ask, but I must warn, all that he has left are thorns. All I want is one to give to my love. Only a red rose will do. Can I get one from you? There is a way, said the cheetah a little bird. The price may be too high to pay for some. Love is just a word. You build a rose out of song and pierce your heart on my thorn. Sing to me all through the night. There's magic in the moonlight. If you believe love is better than life. She pressed her breast into his thorn. With each sunken petals were born. She sang of love until the dawn. Hurry, he said, or the moon will be gone. And as the sun rose overhead, she cried out with her last breath, my heart has torn the rose to red.
separa tu vida y la mía. Ahí está la pared que no deja que nos acerquemos. Esa maldita pared yo la voy a romper algún día, para que no puedo más interrumpir nuestras vidas. No puedo mirarte, no puedo besarte, ni puedo quererte. Dice quien te mira, mía nada más, mía nada ahí está la pared que separa tu vida y la mía. Ahí está la pared que no deja que nos acerquemos. Esa maldita pared yo la voy a romper algún día, para que no puedo más interrumpir nuestras vidas. No puedo mirarte, no puedo besarte, ni puedo quererte. Dice quien te mira, mía nada más, mía nada
Repurpose yourself in this new world, childlike and soul, eternal. Repurpose your life in this brave new world, childlike and soul, eternal. Like a boat, free at last, steering on away from your past. Like a boat, free at last, stealing all away from your
equally obsolete, drawing my attention down the center of the street. We are shadows. Now here is the street parked full of sleeping cars, all silent, dead for tea. Everything was watching the shadow of a tiny little cloud. This tiny little cloud move ahead far faster than we. We are shadows. We are How would it be if I were like thee? Like a living sculpture, free to change, to build, and to create, ever so slightly more water-based. We are shadows. We are shadows. We are If I were a blur, swimming dreamily ahead, I would be afraid of no man, no sir, no thing. Not as I am now, cowed in this world of fear, by the living shadow, both here and not here. We are shadows. We are shadows. We are shadows. We are shadows.
go, guys. That was our beautiful show. We want to say thank you so much, Darwin Prophet. Thank you so much for being here. It was a blast. I had a great time. Hopefully, you'll come
do
back and join
too.
us again.
Thank you, my
Hopefully.
darling.
Yes, it was
Yes,
amazing.
I would love to be a part of shows with you in person too. It would be
Yes.
so much fun.
That would be so much
You're
fun.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you for what you do, and thanks for sharing music all around. So
Thank
much
you.
neat stuff I heard tonight that I would
I
not
know,
have heard
right?
otherwise.
I have
And
been
I get to be a Davis with that Andrew guy too, which is very smooth. I like
yes,
that.
extremely smooth, very tone
I felt very Matrix.
I know. What's kind of I've been very
I know. I felt
blessed
very,
by the music
I
that
felt
has been
very
sent
Matrix,
to me.
Andrew. Thank you.
Yeah.
But darling, thank you so much for a beautiful night.
Thank you. We
Goodbye.
thank everybody else for coming. Thank you guys so much. Remember, we are found on youtube.com/c/Celtic Rain. And you can like us, please, like, and push that little bell so they tells you when it's going to be coming on. If you have music to send me, send it to CelticRain777@gmail.com, and I will put you in the lineup, just saying. And we are the Celtic Rain Radio Show. We thank you so much for coming, and we say goodbye.